Hey guys, Shoots123 aka John here. Welcome to episode number 14 of the West Ham Career Mode. 3 games for you guys in today's episode. The first of which come, as you're going to see right now, away at Watford. Then we face Chelsea at home at London Stadium in the Premier League. And finally, we host Villarreal in the first leg of our Europa League round of 16 tie. And the Chelsea game is actually live. It's a live game. So I'm going to hand you over to my live version of myself in just a few minutes after this Watford game. Anyway, so you take on, we travel to Vicarage Road to take on Walter Mazzari's Watford to face up against the Hornets in the Premier League as we look to continue our decent run of form in the Premier League, to be honest. Sorry if I sniffle a bit, if I sniffle across during this commentary, it's really not cool. So anyway, Okaka would have the first chance there for Watford as his shot goes wide of the post. Or was it Igalo, was it? Sorry. Payet would try and find Aaron Cresswell here. He would turn it back round towards Dimitri Payet, who would cut into the right foot, cross the ball to the box, and Andre Ayew's header would go wide of the post as it remains at 0-0. As the Ghanaian Ayew gets his head to it, but he can't direct it into the back of the net. And it would be Watford 0, West Ham 0 at half-time. Then to the second half, Sam Byram here would play the ball down the line to Sofiane Feghouli. He would cut inside, turn back inside, drive it towards the penalty area. His cross would be deflected, and out for a corner though, as eventually it is saved by the Watford man. Then from the corner, Payet swings it in. It comes to eventually to Angelo Ogbonna, and he tries to shoot. It ends up going away the post in the side netting, but it does hit the hand or the arm of the Watford man, and the referee points to the spot. Sorry, it's a bit slow in pointing that to you, but that is what happened. And we do win a penalty here. I don't know why it's taken so long to show us this, but okay. As you can see here, I try showing you on the replay. It does graze the arm of the Watford defender, and we are going to get Mark Noble to take it, and Mark Noble will score eventually. He tries to drill it low, past the goalkeeper, hits. And but it does find the bottom corner anyway, fortunately for us, and that does make it Watford 0, West Ham United 1, as Mark Noble does convert the spot kick. I was actually very lucky this went in. It comes off the body of Hitz, but deflects onto the post, comes back onto Hitz's body, ends up on the back of the net. That was a very fortunate goal, but they all count at the end of the day, and it is Watford 0, West Ham 1. And it would finish Watford 0, West Ham 1, as we do get to the 3 points. Following that, then, we have our Youth Squad monthly report as we have a look on our Youth Squad players. We do release this fellow Nicholas Carter. As in terms of the players that look really good, we have a couple of players that look really, really talented. And among them are Tyler White, and this guy, Wakili Aboa, and Billy Edwards. They're probably the main 3 talents we have at the club in the youth system, I suppose. We do, of course, get our... Sorry. I tried to avoid coughing, but to no avail. As we see our updates from our scouts in Ghana, Portugal, and finally England. And I have a decent sized youth squad at the minute, and I'm hoping that we do get some more worthwhile additions to it, and we get some good players, to be honest with you. And also, Tammy Abraham comes to us and says that he'd like to go out on loan if he's not going to be played, and he's not really going to be played that much right now until he starts to grow in overall a little bit. And following that, guys, we do have our monthly scout report here as we do enter the month of March. We are coming towards the end of the season now, business end of the season. We need to keep on this run of form, I suppose. And looking at this squad, with the addition of, say, Thomas Lamar and such, it is a very strong squad, no doubt about it. We do have a lot of depth to it, and absolutely, it's a squad that can challenge for the title possibly next year. Anyway, I'm going to hand you over to my live version of myself as we take on Chelsea here at the London Stadium in the Premier League. So I'll see you after this game. Alright guys, so it's a big game we got for you here today. West Ham versus Chelsea. We do take on our London rivals here at the London Stadium in the Premier League. as we hope to, of course, get another 3 points following the victory over Watford at the start of this episode. So, I've made a couple... Sorry if I cough a little bit during this game, guys. I just got a really bad cough at the minute, and it's killing me right now. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try hold it back whenever I can. But I'm not sure if they're going to show us the lineup, so we have made a couple of changes from the game against Watford. We bring in Nordfight of Arbeloa. Maxwell comes back into the side. We also bring in Amadako playing alongside Kiyase. We bring in Fernandez to rest Thomas Lamar, and yeah. Okay, so they are going to show us the lineups, and this is ours. You've already seen it, of course, or I've more or less described it to you. As, of course, this does come just a couple of days after the game against Watford, so we would, of course, have a couple of changes to make to keep the squad fit. As for Chelsea's team, this is the team they've got out here. The front three of course, Willian, Costa and Hazard. They're not playing with 3-4-3, sorry, that Antonio Conte has brought into Chelsea, but they're certainly going to be a tough opposition anyway. Let's just remember that when we played them in the first game of the season, we beat them 3-0. Come on, you Irons! Here's Kiyase. Spreads it out wide for Simone Zaza, and we could try and hit Chelsea here with Zaza. He's going to find Kiyase. Can Kiyase find the net? No, he can't. He tries to slide the ball past Thibaut Courtois, but he just hits it wide of the post in the end. Cheku Kiyase. The Senegalese midfielder gets forward, but she can only prod it wide of the post. He spreads it to Kiyase. He finds the Ghanaian Amadako, and Amadako shot. Is that deflected by Ivanovic, or did it just go behind? Yeah, it must have just gone behind his goal kick. Hazard skips round Arbeloa, and now he senses, or he smells blood here. Tries to get into the box. Masuaku heads clear. It comes to John Obi Mikel. He could have a go here. He does, and he hits it just wide of Adrian's post. This will be our last chance to get a goal before half time, as Estevez plays in Fernandez, and we don't even have time. That is half time, guys, and it is West Ham 0, Chelsea 0. We both each had a couple of chances, and none of us have been able to find the net, though. So, in the end, not too many clear-cut chances for either side. I thought there was more than that in the end. Only one shot per team, and no shots on target at all. When based on that, you'd think it was a pretty poor game, but either way, we'll try and improve on that in the second half. Here's Estevez. Straight from kickoff. Tries to bring it round Willian. He finds Zaza. Zaza back to Estevez. He's going to break some more ankles. He is. He's going to get that into the box towards Fernandez. Oh my goodness, the overhead kick. Caught by Thibaut Courtois. That was a magnificent effort from the young Swiss Fernandez, but the Belgian Courtois managed to claim it. He's just going to keep going. Finds Fernandez. Cuts inside. He's going to play in whoever that is. It's Kiyase. Kiyase with the shot. Goes wide for a goal kick for Chelsea. Alright, we've had a couple of chances. Just need to take some of these chances, though. Zaza could look for an opening here. Can we find Amadako, maybe? Amadako with the shot. Goes wide of the post. He was up against a challenge from the Chelsea, I think was it Aymeric Laporte? It was. He was under the challenge of Aymeric Laporte. Tries to get the shot off anyway, but it goes just wide of Thibaut Courtois' post, and the Ghanaian teenager can't get his first West Ham goal. Here's Willian, though, cutting inside Nordfight, finds Javi Martinez. The turn on the shot nearly found the back of the net there as Javi Martinez tried to beat Adrian there, but it goes behind for a goal kick. Here's Masuaku into Andre Ayew off the bench. Into Edmilson Fernandez. Fernandez finds Michael Antonio! Oh, that was nearly a chance for West Ham there. He drags his shot just wide of the post, though, as the number 30 was such a good chance. It's almost a crime that didn't go in the back of the net. Into added time now. This might be our last chance to grab a winner. Arbeloa plays it towards Antonio. He's going to drill this into the box. He's going to pull it back. Andre Ayew. It's gone wide. It's going to be a goal kick. That might be the last chance, guys. That might very well be the last chance. It's playback. It's a pretty poor ball from Antonio. He shoots anyway, Andre Ayew, but it goes well wide. Nordfight, though. This might be our last chance. No, it isn't. That's full time, guys. And it finishes West Ham 0, Chelsea 0. We could have had a last chance there, but in the end, As things stand, it finishes West Ham nil, Chelsea nil, as we do drop 2 points. Although it is more of a point gained against our rivals Chelsea. That was a tough game, and hopefully that keeps us in a good position in the top four still. So at the end of the day, a 0-0 draw against Chelsea, not too bad of a result. We did beat them 3-0 early in the season, so a repeat of that result would have been just fine. But at the end of the day, we can't fault ourselves for that performance. I mean, we did have a lot of good chances in that second half, as you guys would have seen. But anyway, all we can do is progress and hopefully get some more wins on the board and make some progression in the Europa League, which we will do playing the first leg of our round of 16 tie for the last game of this episode. Anyway, we get an email from the board saying that we have completed our youth development objective, and that one would have been a side youth player and increasing by 10 overall points, and that's what we've done here with Alvaro Estevez. I just wanted to show you that in case you're confused. Anyway, also, my first act as Portugal manager, put him in the squad. Put Alvaro Estevez in the Portugal squad. I just thought to show you that. I had to make my squad for the World Cup qualifiers, which which is after our next Premier League game. There's an international break after that. I'm not going to show you guys the highlights of it. I don't think you want to see it. I'll show you tournament games when we ever get to any tournaments. Like the next one will be the World Cup in 2018. Anyway, for the third and final game of today's episode, guys, we do take on Villarreal at the London Stadium in the UEFA Europa League round of 16, first leg. We do play the first 11 for this game, as you would expect from us. And given that is a game against Villarreal, and Villarreal obviously a good side, and we aren't really putting 100% priority into the Europa League, but it's certainly a competition that we would like to take at least somewhat seriously. Anyway, for the first chance of today's game, Manuel Lanzini tries to play in Andre Ayew, and the shot is saved by the goalkeeper Sergio Asenjo as he puts it behind for a corner. The shot from the Ghanaian Ayew not really troubling Asenjo in the end, but he had to stretch to get to that one. Mark Noble then would spring it out wide to Mikel Antonio, who would play it back to Andre Ayew. Andre Ayew would find the net, but get this is the ultimate FIFA troll. Referee blows for penalty. That's 3 penalties in this episode. There's only 2. Yeah, it's 2. What am I on about? And the one against Watford, and then this one. And then Mark Noble steps up to take it. He scores. I mean, I was considering giving it to Ayew since he kind of had his goal robbed off him, but I wasn't going to take penalty duties off Mark Noble because he's far and away our best penalty taker right now in the squad. And penalties kind of are Mark Noble's speciality, so I'm not planning on taking them off him anytime soon. So he does convert it there, and it is West Ham 1, Villarreal 0 as we take the lead here in our Europa League round of 16 tie. So following that, Andre Ayew would play the ball through, sending through Mikel Antonio. His shot would be saved by Aseno as he dives along the ground to make that save from the Englishman Antonio as our number 30. Try and makes an effort, I guess. Anyway, it would be West Ham 1, Villarreal 0 at half time. Into the second half, then Mario Gaspar would thread it through towards Jonathan Dos Santos, who would play the ball in towards Alexandre Pacho, and Alexandre Pacho would head down into the back of the net to make it West Ham 1, Villarreal 1, get an equaliser for Villarreal, and also an away goal for the Yellow Submarine in the end. And following that, we would try and regain our lead here with Mark Noble driving forward. He'd be tackled, we come to Antonio, and we win a third penalty of the episode. That's why I said 3 penalties. I had 3 penalties in my mind before starting editing this, because we got 3 penalties in total. This was the third one. I just got mixed up. I don't know. But this was our third penalty anyway, as you see here, as also for handball, the second for handball, as the Villarreal man obviously handballs it. Mark Noble, well, what do you expect? Mark Noble scores. He sends Asensio, I'm not even trying to pronounce it, Asenjo, probably, the wrong way, as obviously in Spanish it calls that with a H sound. Asenjo the wrong way as he makes it West Ham 2, Villarreal 1, and we retake the lead here against the Yellow Submarine to obviously be able to see advantage in the London Stadium as calm, collected finish from our captain Mark Noble. I mean, that's what he's good at, penalties, he's calm, collected from the spot. Anyway, Bruno here would slide the ball into. I can't even see who that is. And with 13 minutes remaining, he would find the back of the net to make it West Ham 2, Villarreal 2. I still can't see his name. As he would get a second away goal for Villarreal and equalise it, meaning we would more than likely have to win in Spain to get through as things stand. And that is how things finish as well. It finished West Ham 2, Villarreal 2. So going into the second leg in Spain, we would have to probably get a win because we need 3 away goals to go through if it was a draw. In tomorrow's episode, we're going to play the second leg against Villarreal, as well as Premier League games against Bournemouth away, and I believe it's Hull away as well. So we'll see you for that.